Many of you are out there going, I just want a job, I just want a chance, I just want to prove myself. But see, once you get the job, you've already proven yourself. And then they trust you in Mount Vernon, and they say, that classroom is yours. And I hadn't heard that in a really long time. And some administration can build a chasm, but they make me feel like a conduit. And I get to flow from what they want to have happen in the classroom, happens in the classroom, with my own special creative touch. So I'm grateful for that.
I don't know if I can follow that very well, but I will try my best. I am Aubrey Wilson. I am a 4th grade teacher in McCordsville. And my experience has really been just awesome all around. So I am a 1st-year teacher. I was able to be hired on this year, and they have been so supportive, whether it be the staff that I get to work with, and I'm pointing at her because I work with her, or my administration, but everybody's been really supportive in helping me figure out my groove as a new teacher and helping me learn kind of the ways of teaching, while I also get to support a really awesome group of students. So my experience has been great, and definitely this is a good school system to work for sure.
Hi, my name is Amber Andres. I am a 4th grade teacher at McCordsville. It is my 1st year there. I was a parent in the district. My family and I moved here about 5-6 years ago, and so my kids always came, and the sense of community and connection that the admin and the teachers and really all of the staff in the building made with families is what drew me to the school system. And I got a job at another district, and I just constantly felt like this is where I wanted to be because of the heart that they put into not only their students, but into the staff that they had. And so I took a crazy interview out of nowhere. I got all panicked and worked up about it, and I thought that I did horrible in it, and I got the phone call, and they were like, you would be perfect, we want you. And I was like, really? Yes! Like, I wasn't even sure, and I was all smiles from then on. It's amazing, and they make the comment that it is a love and a life of learning for their students, but it is a love and a life of learning for their teachers and their staff that they have here. I have learned so much, not only about myself, but about my love of learning and my love of teaching again. And I love to come to work. I don't have worse days. I want to wake up every day, and I want to be there for my kids and for my staff and my admin, and I want to laugh and I want to grow, and I do that every single day. And that is what you get when you sign up with Mount Vernon. You get a family. You don't get a job, you don't get students, you don't get admin. You get a family because you connect with the community and these people. And I would not recommend to anybody else to look anywhere else but right here. This is home. Woo woo!
I can literally just like ditto. My name is Brady McClanahan. I am a 7th grade science teacher. Pray for me. But actually, I am, I've worn a lot of hats here. I was a parent first. Then I was like, I'm not even sure I want to do this. I did teacher aide, I did a substitute teaching, and then finally was like, yeah, I'm all in, and came as a full-time teacher. And let me tell you, I love every freaking day here. I'm not even gonna lie, teaching just isn't a job for me. It's a passion, it's a desire. I believe every child just wants to be acknowledged. They want to understand. They drive, that your drive, it gives them drive. And so I love that. I love how we can consider being here and the support we get. We get such great support here. But teaching here is all about making that difference. We nurture that curiosity. We encourage critical thinking. I hate getting asked why, but then I encourage it too. So I give them that opportunity to ask those why questions, and I drive them crazy by saying, look it up. But fostering that love of learning with every one of my students. Every moment in the classroom, they have that potential to leave that lasting impact with your students, and that's what I love. And it's not just about that academics, it's about building character. We kind of give our students We show them compassion, resilience, responsibility. We model empathy, kindness, integrity. We shape all that stuff. We show them that. We don't just talk it, we show it. And my students all got my back and I got theirs, we got it. We don't forget that personal fulfillment that you get from teaching. Don't forget that. There's nothing quite like seeing a struggling student finally get it, and they're like, oh yeah, you see that light bulb? It's like the best thing ever. And they come to you and they say, I got it. It's forever. I could live on that stuff. Probably not, but I could try. But the most important thing about teaching here at Mount Vernon is being that catalyst for change, and they encourage it. They encourage that catalyst of change. So if you're drawn to the idea of making a real difference, if you have a passion for inspiring greatness in others, then I urge you to consider joining us here on this incredible journey of Mount Vernon. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Liesl Statler. I'm an 8th grader at NVMS. I would not regret teaching here because the impact you make on the students, I see it, and you've impacted me personally. The amount of teachers that have cared for me and asked me every day, hi, how are you doing? It's just great to see that the teachers at Mount Vernon care for me. Not only do they care for the students, they care for each other. I like seeing it every day. My teachers, I like how they fight with each other. It's really fun to see. And the students here, they do not, most of them do not mess around, and they all have an ethic for learning and having a great future.
So my name is Philip Amory, and I'm a junior at the high school. And although I can't give you the middle school experience, I can just tell you about from my freshman year to my junior year. And I'm not gonna lie, I came from Fishers, which is a much bigger district with probably 30 and over per classroom. And when you just go from class to class to class, it just doesn't make you feel human, because you're sitting down and you're learning, and then you're moving to the next class, and it can make you feel different sometimes. You're kind of like a robot. But when I was here my freshman year, I was not talkative as I am now. I'm very talkative. But the teachers have made you feel like you're human, and that's something that I need in order to go to school. There have been times at my other school where I just didn't want to go because I just didn't like it. I didn't like going to school, and it's not because of waking up early, believe it or not. But at high school, I haven't really had a problem waking up and saying I don't want to go to school today. There have been early days where I've been way too early to get up. But there have definitely been moments where I'm waking up and I'm happy and excited to go to Mount Vernon. And I've loved it ever since I went there. All the departments kind of compete with each other, which is really cool. But the math department is really sassy for some reason. I don't know what it is, but they're really sassy. But they're definitely my favorite group, and I love them, and I conversate with them every day, and it's just amazing going.
Hi. I'm Mikey Gaston. I've been a Mount Vernon student for 11 years. I went through Mount Comfort and Mount Vernon Middle School. Loved it. Both schools, they were awesome. I think they really prepared me for what it's like in high school, and I just have felt totally welcomed in this district. All the clubs I became a part of, I never expected to become a part of. This year, I just, my friends, I just totally have been welcomed in the theater community. They told me to try out this year for Grease, and I, got the lead role.
All right.
Come see Grease. Come see Grease in April. It's just, you feel so welcomed, and they've brought me and my friends into student government and tennis. I never would have thought I would have played tennis, but the coaches, all my friends, it's been a blast. And I think if you're a teacher who's thinking about coming to Mount Vernon, you just instantly feel like you're welcome, and that's great. And there's big impact to be made on students. And just this generation, you will have a big impact as a teacher here. And I really encourage you to consider coming here. So.
Hi, my name is Maya Adams, and I'm a current senior at Mount Vernon High School, and I've been in the Mount Vernon School District for 12 years now. So I started in kindergarten, and I've been here the entire way. I've had a sister who's done the same thing, an older one, and I have a younger sister that goes to Fortville Elementary now, which is where I went. And I have so many things that I could say about Mount Vernon, but one that I want to start with is this past year I was actually lucky enough to win the Lilly Endowment, which is a it's a 4-year full ride to any Indiana college. And it's a pretty competitive scholarship, and I genuinely don't think that I would have stood half the chance had I attended a different school. Mount Vernon has given me all the tools I needed for it. My biggest thing was leave it better than you found it, and Mount Vernon has not ever been shy to hand me opportunities to do that. Any club that I wanted to join, I could. If I wanted to start a club, I could. And a big thing that actually helped me with the Lilly was a website that I created, and I worked with my guidance department and another teacher at my school, and they helped me actually implement it. And I think that if there wasn't that open conversation like there is at Mount Vernon, those opportunities wouldn't really come to me. Also, having it be my senior year, I've been doing a lot of college shopping, and what I've noticed is actually Mount Vernon has kind of set a gold standard for me when I'm looking at colleges. And I don't think you find that a lot with high schools. Like, I want a college like my high school. We're obviously a growing community. We've looked at all the charts, but somehow we still keep a close-knit environment feel. I feel like I've gotten to know every single one of my teachers, and also I've been mainly looking at liberal arts colleges, and that's because I can kind of dip my toe into any type of study that I want, and that's exactly what I've done at Mount Vernon. I've been able to take every type of history class I want to take, every English class, every math class, and they all have had the same standard, the same type of open conversation within my classrooms. And I genuinely think it's a good school to build student-teacher relationships, student-student relationships. I mean, I've even had good conversations with my administration. I've had open conversations with my principal, their student government. If we have a problem, we just talk to them and we fix it. And so it's a good community. That's what I'd say mostly.
All right, so I'll be very transparent with you. In terms of putting this program together this evening, we were planning on different things to kind of share out and highlight our district, and we had another 5-minute video or so that contained some staff and student testimonials, but nothing's going to top this right here. What a fantastic job! Please give them some applause. I really appreciate that. Just real quick, does anyone have any questions for the panel that you're curious about as far as what they shared? Just real quick, a question or two.
So I have a question for Philip, actually. That was your name, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So what made the transition so different from Fishers to Mount Vernon? I know you said it kind of just felt very mundane there. What did teachers do to actively make you feel comfortable and make it feel more of a human experience, like a community?
So one thing that's really little, but it makes an impact, I promise it does, is asking like how my day is. Like, I don't really get that too often coming from a bigger school, because it was mostly like come in, like get your notebooks, like everything you'd see in movies basically. And coming to Mount Vernon, it's like they're empathetic and they truly do care. Like, that's not a joke, they really do care, and I think that's one of the biggest things that's like made it so much easier. Because going into high school is not easy, and a different high school is even worse. And then having the 4-star on the door when you would walk by, it's like, oh, so this is a really good school. But yeah, it's definitely been pretty helpful with the teachers that are there right now.
Thank you for asking that question. Any other questions? Back there in the back.
Hi, this is kind of to anyone who wants to answer. I know you guys talked about all the amazing things that you like about this district, but I haven't heard anything about what you would change. So if there was one thing that you could change about anything in the district, in your school, or in your class, what would it be?
More bathrooms.
I'm
not wrong. I go to the bathroom all the time. We need more bathrooms. the middle school, but we're very compact. I mean, we've got a lot in there right now. I'm in a portable. I don't complain because it's awesome. I have windows, so not complaining. But I think, bathrooms seems kind of, but it's one of those things.
Can I add something?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I know your question was, what can we have to complain about? And obviously, no matter where you go, what you do, you're gonna have something to complain about. But the biggest thing is that Mount Vernon gives you the opportunity to change the things that you want to complain about. So even if I could rattle off a list of 100 things, like there's such open communication that I know I would have teachers or staff that would support me to do it. Actually, Dr. Parker came into one of our student government meetings. We meet once a week. And he blatantly asked us, like, what don't you like here? Like, what is not working? What do you want to fix? And we just talked with him for a full 30 minutes, openly shared our opinions and ideas, and just had a conversation about it.
And I think the same works for the teaching staff. Obviously not every day. Well, this is intimidating.
Not every day is perfect. Obviously, you're gonna have these days, but I have told it to many people, my worst day in Mount Vernon doesn't compare to my best day at other districts that I've been at. There are things that I come in, and I'm not gonna lie, even with everyone back there, thank God I can't see them. There are some times that I look at things and I think, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? But I have a team that I can come to and I can ask them why, and they can talk to me, and I can go to my admin and I can say why are we doing this? And either they tell me this is why, or they say, hey, let's have a conversation about it. And we talk through these things. And I have a voice. I can share my ideas. I can share why I feel like this is something strong that we should do, or why I don't agree with this, and they don't shut it down. They listen, and they take the ideas. And I mean, we've all said it. I feel trusted as a teacher. I feel like for the first time that no one's peeking in my door or checking every single one of my lesson plans. They trust my ability, and when I come to them and I do have something that maybe I don't agree with or I don't see, from students to staff, they listen and they want to make that change. They have that growth and they hear you. You're a person. You're, again, like I said, your family. And so they want to build you up, and they want to work with you, and they want to bring about all of these changes and grow.
And I can say the same thing too as a new teacher too. Sometimes it can be a little intimidating coming into a new school system, wondering how people are going to view you or if you're going to be trusted. And like Amber said, everybody is trusting of you. Everybody's supporting you, right? And they believe in you, and you can believe in your staff and your admin because they're all here for you. So, in my experience, I honestly wouldn't change anything so far because everybody has been so kind, and just like everybody said too, if you have a question, if you have something that you want to ask, it's very open conversation, even as a new teacher, wondering what is the purpose of this, or can you explain more about this? Everybody is going to be very kind to you about asking those questions and being willing to have that open communication. So keep that in mind, no matter your experience too.
What's love? No. But I wonder if you've not been teaching for a while and you're looking for that thing that you go, okay, but look, what's the real story? And we can have those conversations, but it's just not like that. I mean, somebody prepared for me on the very first day that I came in. So when we say that we're nice, lesson plans were already set for me. Like, you don't have to have these, but here they are just in case you need something. And we don't expect you to be on Canvas on the first month or the second month. You do what you can do, but then when somebody says that to me, like, I just want to prove myself even more. And like, I will stay 24/7 until I get it done because you had faith in me from the very beginning. I want to give it back to you. And there's just this wonderful reciprocity that happens with, I trust you, and then if they trust me, then I'm going to trust them, and there's something at work there that just is not visible in other townships. I'm sorry to tell you the truth. And so, yeah, so there, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's open, and they know that they're not perfect. And we're all just doing this together because this is what we dreamed about when we were in 4th grade and we decided that we wanted to be a teacher. I was just telling them that. It was kind of cool. Okay, that's all.
Thank you. So again, I just want to personally thank the panelists for being here again this evening and giving up part of your evening tonight just to share your experiences at Mount Vernon. It really means a lot to me and to everybody in the room. So again, thank you once more.